Um, Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I just want to make a quick video, a little preview on the Tottenham versus Manchester United match. So let's start. Let's dive in.
Here they are with Ericsson. 1-0. Oh, it's a super ball in. And Dele runs into POGBA. Lovely ball in. 1-1. Alexis.
What do I expect to happen? I already said there are gonna be five things I expect to happen. So anytime Manu has played against the big six, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has always set up a defensive system because he doesn't like to concede. He has this idea of having a tight defense. United could attack on the counter attack, or they could create chances through set pieces. But he always likes to leave little room, for any opponent from the big six to exploit Manchester United's defense, and he's done so with great amount of success. So I don't expect that to change when he plays Tottenham. Yeah, so I'm expecting Rashford to start. I'm expecting Bruno Fernandes to start. I'm expecting Daniel James to probably start. Yeah, but I'm putting him up here. I know he has Mata and other players he could likely play in place of Daniel James, but I'm going with Daniel James starting. Martial, Fred, Scott McTominay ahead of Matic, Luke Shaw ahead of Brandon Williams, Lindelof ahead of Bailey, Harry Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka. So as you can see, Manchester United's record against the traditional Big Six this season has been very, very impressive. This is wonderful. This is mind blowing, um, not just in terms of points he has gained, but also he's played a total of 10 games and only conceded 8 goals. That is massive. That is massive against the big six, and I expect him to do the same against Tottenham. To be tight in defense, to take chances when he's attacking, and anything is possible. So he's also played a sort of 3-4-1-2 defensively compact and counter-attacking hybrid formation. Um, he's used this oftentimes against the big six instead of going with the traditional 4-2-3-1. Um, this is also possible, and this is their more like their average positions during the game. You can see it's evenly spread out. You have 7 players behind the halfway line and just 3 players ahead of the halfway line ready to attack. So it's really it's a really um, creative way of playing. It's I wouldn't say ultra defensive, but he has this very this very compact idea of tightening up his defense to make sure they concede almost nothing and exploiting the attack. In the right wing forward position, he has Daniel James ready to run. Um, I know most of the time he's gone with Andres Pereira, but now that he has Bruno Fernandes, I expect that to change. So he could start with Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, and just Daniel James in attack, and then have a whole bunch of players ready to defend or win back the ball. I expect him to maintain his style of being defensively compact and also having a nice counter-attacking um, opportunity anytime that opportunity comes through. Yeah, so the second thing I want to say is the chemistry around Bruno Fernandes has been awesome since January when Bruno Fernandes was brought in. I don't see any reason why Solskjaer will want to jeopardize that and just throw in Pogba from the start. I believe Pogba might be coming in. I don't think Pogba is probably going to start, because if Pogba is going to start, then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might lose one of his holding midfielders. Might probably lose Fred. He could lose Scott. He could lose Scott McTominay, He wouldn't. I don't think he would want to take those chances. Why? Because, um, like I said earlier, that is going to affect his defensive shape. That is, and he's a kind of coach that against the big six, he goes for being defensively compact. So I wouldn't see him starting Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba against Tottenham. That could be risky because Tottenham could go with a very very nice formation, and you know they could stifle Manchester United's attack. So let's look at what Tottenham could actually do. If Tottenham actually goes with this formation, I think they would have a very, very good chance. In Dombele, Sissoko, Ari Wings, if you are starting all three of them in midfield, I think anything is possible. With Heung-min Son on the left, Lucas Moura on the right, Kane, I think Tottenham's biggest challenge will be form because most of these players were injured before the break. If if these players could be in form, if they could have chemistry, this is a very, very good Tottenham side. So I expect, anything is possible, anything can happen. Um, can Mourinho start this? I don't know. I'm going with Kane to start, Heung-min Son on the left, Ndombele on the in the center, right behind Kane, because Giovanni Lo Celso is probably not going to start. Is not 100% fit. I believe Mourinho might want to play him because he's one of the best players uh, Mourinho had before the break. But I'm not taking chances on Lo Celso starting since he's not 100% fit. If he starts, I don't think he's going to play the whole game, but I would expect Mourinho to want to bring him from the bench to change the game. And then you have Sissoko. I believe Sissoko has to start. Harry Winks also ahead of Eric Dyer, who wants to be a defender now. Ben Davies, of course. Sergio Aurier, Jean Vertonghen ahead of Eric Dyer in defense. Most likely because this is a big game, and I believe Mourinho would need all the experience he could get. Jean Van Toghen is more experienced in center back, more than uh, Eric Dyer has been. So Toby Alderweireld would complete the line. Yeah, and my third point, I would say there's more at stake for Tottenham going through this game because anything is possible. If Tottenham loses, there are chances for top four and there are chances for Europe. Takes a huge hit. So I would say Tottenham will probably be playing with a tiny bit of more pressure than Manchester United will be playing. And also Jose Mourinho would not want to lose twice to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after just taking his Tottenham's job. So I believe he would want to ram the boys. It will be, he will take a point, anything except a loss. And I expect Mourinho to come hard. Please like and subscribe for more content. I'm a very new YouTuber. I'm just doing this, trying to get trying to get this sport thing going. I believe I have great content to give. So, losing Dele, of course, might affect Tottenham chances. Is always scoring in games like this. He brings aerial threat. He brings long shots threat. Is the kind of player you want to have in this kind of games. He has the personality to perform at the bigger stage. Is a great player, and losing Dele Alli to suspension might affect Tottenham in this kind of game because he could have been able to do something against Manchester United's defense. Tottenham has managed only one win in their last 7 games, and the win came against Aston Villa. That was a very fortunate win also. They've lost 6 games or drawn on the bounce. Mourinho is on the verge of snapping, which is my fourth point. Mourinho is on the verge of snapping, and if this game goes bad, it's probably going to be very bad for Jose Mourinho. With Ndombele calling out in Ndombele, So this game, like I said, is a must win or at least a must draw for Mourinho. He doesn't want to lose this game right now. Lo Celso, yeah, like I said, is one of the best player for Tottenham before the break, and I expect him to play a bit, a part of this game. I don't know, maybe he's gonna start, maybe he's gonna come in. I would like it more if he comes in because it gives Mourinho an option of bringing somebody from the bench to do something. So hopefully Mourinho finds a way to, if fortune favors Mourinho and Tottenham, to have Lo Celso available for this game, and being able to play some part of this game is going to be good for Tottenham. Yeah, a loss is probably going to dent as we can see on the table. Tottenham is eighth. They are on eighth place. They are 7 points behind Chelsea, 4 points behind Manchester United. But since Manchester City are not going to play in the Champions League, we are looking at Manchester United being fourth place. So Tottenham are technically 4 points behind fourth place. But we have Sheffield United in front of them and Wolves in front of them also. So if they lose this game, yeah, this is probably going to be a kick in the guts. That will be 7 points behind Manchester United, and that is, yeah, that is probably going to put any chances of qualifying for Champions League in doubt, serious doubts. And also because you have Sheffield United in front of them, you have Wolves in front of them, who are very good teams on their own. They deserve their own respect. So I would say nothing is given for Tottenham, and even getting into Europa League places is probably going to be difficult as well. So everybody is available for Manchester United except Phil Jones and Axel Tuanzebe. I don't think Man U needs either of these players, honestly. But the team news for them is very, very good. Also, we are hearing reports that Tanganga is not fit, and then we have doubts on Lo Celso. But other than that, I think majority of their first team players are available, and that will be very good for Tottenham. What's my verdict on this game? I believe anything can happen. It could go either way. I would want to believe Manchester United has the upper hand here because Rashford, Martial, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United have great rhythm, and I think they are in a better position to win this game. I'm slightly gonna go with Manchester United, but you can't predict. You can't put your mortgage against Kane, Heung-min Son, Ndombele. Anything can also happen with Tottenham, although I regard Manchester United more in this game. So I'll just say I think it could go either way. Thank you for joining me. As you could tell by my voice, I'm a little bit tired. It's been a long day. I've been having to do so much. Subscribe. Hit the comment section. Tell me how you feel about this whole um, match. What you think is going to happen, and yeah, when the match is over, we're gonna come together again and have a little review. So have some fun, guys. Thank you so much for being with me.